Hey guys, so I've been vegan for almost 2 years now, and I've been noticing that my vegan journey has evolved so much as I gain new knowledge and information. So I wanted to share with you guys why I went vegan, the struggles, the questions, and basically everything that led me to where I am today. So first, why I went vegan. I had a horrible relationship with food from a really young age. It just didn't make me feel good physically and emotionally. I would eat things like Slim Jims and Pop-Tarts every single day, and then of course feel horrible in my own body and go on those stupid diet crazes like Special K protein shakes and salads for every meal. That led to me having really bad acid reflux, and eating just didn't make me feel good physically as well. I would get horrible stomach pangs and feel the need to vomit or actually vomit. I honestly found no enjoyment in eating, and it led to a serious eating disorder. I developed anorexia and didn't know how to have a normal relationship with food and how to feel good about eating again. I learned that by eating meat, your body becomes acidic, which really doesn't help my acid reflux and is the reason I felt so sick while eating. So I decided to cut out meat, but it was just a means of safety for me. I was scared to eat meat because I didn't want to feel sick or gross. Just like mostly everyone on earth, I did consider myself an animal lover, but I never connected what was on my plate and the animals I loved so much. I never looked at what I was putting in my body as an animal that had to be slaughtered or artificially inseminated. When I look back, I think I cut out meat intuitively because it didn't make me feel good, but as I grew as a vegetarian, which only lasted about a month until I learned about the actual ethical side of vegetarianism, and then I realized that veganism is the way to go. By that point, I was well along on my recovery, and I had a really healthy relationship with food. Once I went vegan, it just flourished. Like, I felt really good about what I was putting in my body because I knew that it didn't make me feel sick. Like, I could eat as much of it as I wanted and I would still feel really energetic and not sick at all. Like, I felt good. This was honestly revolutionary for me, and I can't say that it was veganism alone. Like I said, I was already pretty far along in my recovery. I had to do a lot of mental steps to get to where I was, but becoming vegan was the icing on the vegan cake. I felt actually healthy compared to what Special K and all those diet companies tell you should be healthy, because when I was eating those, I felt sick and tired, and once I started a vegan diet, I felt energetic and nourished. So I'm going to say that the reasons I went vegan in the first place were health and ethical reasons. Now moving on, the struggles. Honestly, I didn't really have a problem with missing foods, like I really wanted a hamburger, blah blah blah, like because those foods just made me feel sick, so I didn't crave them. I felt really good eating vegan food, but the biggest struggle for me was the social aspect of it, because for some reason when I went vegan, not many people knew what vegan was. I would tell people that I'm vegan and they'd ask me what it is. I feel like nowadays everyone knows what veganism is, but I felt really isolated and alienated, and I didn't want to tell anyone that I was vegan. I didn't want to be a burden to other people if I ate at their houses. It just made things really uncomfortable, and I think a lot of people feel this because you don't want to be a burden to other people. But now looking back at it, you're taking away a huge burden from the animals that are being killed and the environment. So what you're doing is worth it, and it may be hard socially at first because you have to adapt, but once you do adapt, you can make it fun, and you can bring food to other people's houses and teach them about veganism, and they'll probably be interested in it and maybe look into it a bit more. My second struggle was detoxing. I did go through a detox stage. Some people don't, some people do. It took me a few months to actually get into my detox stage, but I started getting a little lethargic and I had acne, like a little breakout. I mean, I wouldn't say actual acne, but I was like a bit spotty all over, which isn't really normal for me. This happens because your body is trying to expel the toxins it's holding from all those animal products. It was really uncomfortable, but it was also a great way to grow because I had to accept, you know, the spots on my face and all that I was going through and keep pushing through. Because after that detox, now I have the best skin I have ever had and I don't have to use any face wash or anything. To help the process, I drank a lot of water, I moved and sweat out the toxins, I did some yoga and meditation and just things to help myself spiritually so I can get through the discomfort. It is normal to detox and it is temporary, so if you're going through this, keep pushing through and it will be so worth it. A lot of people ask me how I stay motivated to be vegan, and I think being vegan, it's really easy to build a sense of community. It's a community based on compassion, and I swear, go on any social media, Tumblr, Instagram, you probably know about it. We're there and we're there to answer your questions, be support, get new food ideas, just like offer love and positivity, because we're all based around compassion and we want to be compassionate to animals, the environment, and of course to people. There are a lot of vegan people out there and you can find a person that you vibe with and then follow their journey and be inspired by them. But everyone's journey is different, so do not look at their journey and be like, oh, well, I need to do this and this because that's what she's doing. Everyone's journey is different and you just gotta take it at your own pace. Don't rush it. My friend Allie, a girl named Allie on Instagram, told me that she once got advice when she was first going vegan. She was scared, she didn't want to mess up and disappoint people or disappoint herself, and basically her friend told her that being vegan isn't about following a strict guideline. There is no rule book or anything like that. It's all about flowing with your beliefs. If you believe in compassion and health, then veganism comes naturally. You just have to let go of all the stress and, you know, the pressure of being perfect and just flow with your beliefs. What do you want to eat? What do you want to wear? What companies do you want to support? If you believe in compassion, then I doubt your answer is that you want to wear animal skin and that you want to eat flesh and that you want to support companies that mass slaughter animals. If I were to go back to myself 2 years ago and give myself advice, I would just tell myself to let go a little. Who cares if people think you're weird? You're just following your beliefs and doing what makes you happy. It's just like anything else. And I can appreciate that when you're first going vegan and people ask you why you're vegan, it's really daunting because you don't want to upset them, you don't want to seem weird. Basically, this is what I always said. I have the option to be healthy and not harm animals in the process. It's as simple as that, and you can't rebut that. And yes, there are people that are going to be like, oh, but plants have feelings too. Don't listen to those people, just laugh and move on. Now that I have been vegan for 2 years, my hair and nail growth has been better than it's ever been. My skin is clearer, my teeth are stronger, I just have so much more energy and I just feel much more content with myself and at peace with my food. I feel like my actions are finally flowing with my beliefs. I just feel really good about what I'm eating and I feel confident in my body and it just feels so amazing. I feel happy eating a large amount of plant foods and I feel confident in my body when I have a little food baby. It just feels so good to know that you're doing a service to this world and to the animals and nature and to your own health. I have met so many great friends and just have encountered a beautiful community that has helped me so much and inspired me to be the best version of myself possible. I am so grateful for every person that inspires me and for every person that sends me love in my journey. Finally, I just wanted to say how my reason for being vegan has evolved. So when I started being vegan, it was mainly for health and ethical reasons, but now as I grew and gained more knowledge, it is mainly based off of environmental reasons. The amount of land, water, and non-renewable resources that cattle require is unsustainable and just simply scary. One hamburger requires 2 months worth of showers. There are places all over the world that are experiencing drought, and yet we choose to put all of our water into a simple meal, whereas we can be using that same amount of water to be feeding an entire town. Acres upon acres of land are being lost because we need all this land to grow food for cows instead of just feeding that food to humans, to all those people that are starving. Animal agriculture is causing deforestation, extinction of species, and so much carbon dioxide and methane to be in this air because we overproduce cattle to the point where their respiration is polluting the air with carbon dioxide. If we keep eating animals the way we do, we won't have nature as we know it. We won't be able to live with the trees or live at all in that matter. It's scary that people are willing to risk this beautiful world all for a hamburger. You can enjoy your bacon in the morning, but you have to give up the fresh air outside. I really hope that I can inspire others to go vegan, because eating animals is not sustainable anymore. There are so many reasons to go vegan, and I'll make a separate video on that. Maybe even a video for each topic, because it can go so in depth, but hopefully you will do your own research, and I'll link below some of my favorite documentaries and articles, and you can check those out for yourself. If you're watching this, I wish you luck in your journey wherever you are right now.